Welcome to the Reckless Paradise, everyone. My name is Dystro, and well, Marissa's not here tonight because due to cell tower being a little pain in the ass, but you know what? I am taking over the reins for just a little bit until she gets the cell tower back on track. So I have faith that I will do good, but you guys will let me know probably in the comments below. But yes, welcome to the Reckless Paradise, everyone. My name is Dystro, if I've already said that already. Sorry. But welcome to tonight's episode. Happy Sunday. So, we are running back debate hour. So, what that is we take a certain topic and we'll either be like say for example, like the last debate hour that we had done like several months ago was David Lee Roth versus Sammy Hagar. We, do the pros and cons of said people, and then we pick whichever one we loved. So, tonight's episode is going to be Def Leppard themed, and it's old versus new debate hour Def Leppard edition. So, let's get right into it. So, in what we classify as uh, old Def Leppard is from 1980 to 1993, so that's like debut album to retroactive. Now, new Def Leppard is 1994 to now, so from uh, Slang all the way up to Diamond Star Halos. So, let's get right into it. So, with the old school Def Leppard, they had an old school lineup with Steve until 1991 when he passed away. Now, when Steve had passed away, it was kind of like hard for the group because they were going for divorces and breakups and all that stuff. But they finished Adrenalize and all that stuff and without Steve and they had a song in his name called White Lightning, and you could just tell that it was just like Steve was there. They had an old school like typical kind of stereotypical sound and all that stuff, and it was really cool. It was really like the time period and all that stuff, and they had gained more traction with Pyromania and Hysteria, which is their like two best-selling albums of all time. And I mean, rightfully so. So it's like without I think Pyromania and Hysteria, they would have not gotten all the traction that they've gotten over the years. But they had like their last OG standing or sounding album was Adrenalize in '92. '93 was like retroactive and it was all like B-side tracks and all that stuff. But with the old school Def Leppard, it was like like lots of tragedy. Example like Rick Allen losing his arm, Steve Clark dying, and all that stuff, and so it was just not good for Def Leppard at that time. Which I mean, when you go through a lot of stuff like that, it's like it's gonna be kind of heartbreaking. It's crazy. But Joe's vocals were still kind of like relatively fresh and flexible until till like 91 to 93. And what I mean by that is like like as soon as he was getting older, it's like he became more raspier, and a lot of his like vocals and was just kind of starting to be like vocal like just not good. It was just he was just getting older and all that stuff, and I mean you can't blame him. So we'll get into the 94 and 94 to now new Def Leppard. The first little pro or in slash con I should say, it was a newer lineup with Vivian Campbell as of '92. I'm trying to read my podcast partner's notes because she had to give them to me so I can read them tonight. Sorry about that. Um, and then albums began to lose a lot of traction, and the traction was like it was just because like they had tried to change they changed their sound, and not a lot of people liked their newer sound and all that stuff. And I mean, I can agree with that, because like I mean, look at Slang, but my partner had listened to Slang like a few like maybe like a week or two ago or something, and and she liked it and all that stuff, and I was like, okay, I was like, well, to each their own. But they had a few like thumbs down albums like Slang, X, and yeah. Um, X was okay. It was kind of mid. Same with Slang, but Slang had like a lot of bad songs on it. Um, X had, you know, a few good songs on it. It was kind of like in the middle of the road. And yeah, it was just all cover songs, and we didn't really like a lot of the cover songs. Um, but they had one comeback album, which was Euphoria, that brought back the old school sound of Def Leppard, which was a good thing. Because after Slang, it was just kind of like in the middle of the road. They just wasn't clicking and stuff, and then Euphoria came brought them back to the mainstream and became like a good like best-selling album. The modern day stuff still does kind of rock to this day. Diamond Star Halos and Drastic Symphonies to be exact. Which was it was a good refresher, to be honest with you, because I hadn't listened to Diamond Star Halos before. And then when we listened to Drastic Symphonies, it was good to infuse the orchestra into it, which was a good thing, I think, in my mind. Um, because it made a lot of songs be more, how should I say it, be more um, like touchy feely sort of songs, and it was like it was a good mix up. It was a good change of pace. Um, Joe's vocals were slightly altered to make some old school songs tough to sing now, which was like like bring on the heartbreak, bringing on the heartache, and like no 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 and all that stuff. So it's like I understand that. Like I said at the top of the thing, like saying like he was getting older. He was getting more raspier. He was getting more older in age, and I mean that's what happens. And so it's like I don't really blame him for that. So with that being said, I know this is probably going to be like kind of a shorter episode. It's okay to do that every now and then. But me and my partner we both went with old school Def Leppard. And I'm kind of glad that we both went with that because we both like the older stuff rather than the newer stuff. The newer stuff is okay, but the older stuff is where it was at. And that's how, my podcast partner Marissa got into Def Leppard. Like she became an old school Def Leppard fan, and because of her dad and all that stuff, and all that crap. And sorry, I'm just trying to get my breath here. Um, so I'm kind of glad that we did that. And debate hour. It's like we may disagree sometimes, but it's all right. As long as we came on the same page, we're fine. But I mean, yes, I know it's like I said, it's a short episode. I understand that, like we are kind of like not both here, like I'm here, but it's not engaging a lot without her here. But it's fine. I'm gonna take over the reins for a little bit and just be the solo dolo for right now until she gets her Cell Tower back, and I wish her the best of luck trying to get that back. Um, but you know what? I really do appreciate all the love and support. Well, we do, we both do, but I hopefully you guys will bring me in your homes with open arms. But that will probably do it for tonight's episode. Like I said, sorry it's so short, but I am just trying to not get through a lot of it, but I'm just trying to like scramble for time and all that stuff. And but we didn't have like a lot to discuss anyway. But it's debate hour, so yeah, we both went with old school Def Leppard. I'm kind of glad that we both went with that. And like I said, that is it. But we do appreciate the love and support, for both of us. So this coming Thursday's episode is Foo Fighters. Now, it is the Foo Fighters. Let me see here. It is the top 10 Foo Fighters songs. Now I have my partner's notes as well, so I'm going to be probably doing that solo dolo as well until hopefully she'll get her cell tower back. Please, for the love of God, please come back to us. But I mean, what can you do? But like I said, we do appreciate all the love and support. Thank you so much for listening to tonight's episode. Sorry if I'm still rambling. But, like I said, this Thursday, top 10 Foo Fighters songs. Please follow me on YouTube at Dystro Gaming. I am currently on the road to 900 subscribers. I'm currently at 820 right now. There is our Twitter, our Reddit page, YouTube page, Marissa's TikTok account, my TikTok account, my Twitter, her Twitter. I don't know where currently she's at right now, but she's getting very, very, very close to her goal, and I hope she gets to it. And that is it. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to tonight's episode, and we will see you. I will see you this Thursday. Peace.